Welcome back. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue on the college years. 1968, South Carolina State alum Herbert Mccutcheon Jr., which is my father, attended. This is his sophomore year I'm going to be talking about as I pay tribute to my dad, whose birthday will be coming up this coming Sunday, who would have been 73 years old if he was alive, but unfortunately he passed away back in 2013 on June 14th. So I'm just going to pay respects to him through his yearbooks and look back through his college years. All right, now 1968 was a very turbulent year. Obviously, Dr. King was assassinated. I believe Senator Robert F. Kennedy was assassinated too in 68. I think in June 68, I believe. He was gunned down. And that was a very turbulent year at that period of time. And during that year also, you had something happening at the campus of my father's, South Carolina State, known as the Orangeburg Massacre, where students at Cleveland College and South Carolina State College, they were protesting against a bowling alley which was segregated. Blacks were not allowed to go into that public accommodation to have access to a bowling alley, and they were kept away. But students stepped up and they protested and they mobilized and they organized and they did what they had to do to integrate. But it came with a price. 3 students were shot down, including a sophomore, Henry Smith, who was part of the freshman class of my father's. Because my father was a sophomore when this happened. Thank God that he wasn't shot or killed. So Samuel Hammonds was a freshman, South Carolina State, and a Wilkinson High School senior, Delano Middleton, was shot by state patrolmen on the South Carolina State campus. It was known as the Orangeburg Massacre because South Carolina State was in Orangeburg, South Carolina. February 8th, man, 1968. This was before the assassination of Dr. King. All right, right here. These are 3 young men that were dead, gunned down. That's how it was, man. 36 people were shot at. It was just tragic, a tragic year. All right, so as I continue on with this, I ain't gonna be here for long. I'm just gonna go through what I see. The next thing I'm gonna look at is the tragedy that occurred, mass confusion at the All-Star Bowling Alley as students at South Carolina State and Cleveland College attempt to integrate the bowling alley in Orangeburg, South Carolina. So here's the picture of it right here. Right here. And then there was a memorial service for the people that died. Right here at the top photo. Okay, so now my next step in this look back in 1968, my father's sophomore year. I'm gonna look at his sophomore year picture, and then show you he was part of the Bethea Hall Club. That was the club that he joined up with his sophomore year. So I'm gonna look at that. Here we go. 1968, right here. The finger right here, that's my dad, right here. Herbert Mccutcheon, Scranton, that's him, 68. Then I'm gonna show a picture of him part of the Bethea Club. He's like at the far end of the picture. Because remember, a year before that, as I talked about in my other video, he was part of the Lowman Hall Club. That was for freshmen, students. So now he made his transition and did something different. He joined another club, Bethea Hall Club. I'm gonna describe that in succession and keep it moving. Yeah, Bethea Hall Club was represented by approximately 400 male students. The club endeavored to stimulate a closer relationship among its members and to stress the importance of practicing the traits that are vital in cultural growth and harmonious group living. So these are the list of the students right here. Right here. 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 And my father was in the picture at the bottom. So far at the end, this is my dad right here. It's my father right there. My finger at that's my dad. Okay. Yeah, that's what he was part of at the time, you know, in '68. And that's a look at that, man. Quick look at the yearbook, the college years, 1968. Hope you enjoyed what I talked about, understood what my father was about during his college years at South Carolina State. You know, South Carolina State Bulldogs, that was the nickname, the Bulldogs. In '68, man, turbulent year, tragedy happened on campus, but, you know, God spared my father's life, basically. You know, 3 people were shot. You know, Henry Smith, who was part of the same freshman class as my father's a year before. Samuel Hammonds was a freshman. And you had a high school student in Delano Middleton, who was a senior in Wilkinson High School. Samuel Hammonds was a freshman. And sophomore Henry Smith, all the 3, you know, was shot by state patrolmen. It was known as the Orangeburg Massacre. because they was trying to integrate a bowling alley. A lot of people was hurt. 30 plus people was hurt. And it was very tragic. I don't know if that case has been resolved since then, but that was one of the more underrated civil rights movements ever on a campus. I don't think that ever happened on a college campus, black or white. I don't believe. This is before Kent State. Remember, Kent State had a shooting in 1970, 2 years after. And but to see something like that happen on a campus, man, that's why it was a massacre. That'll live in infamy. But at the same time, my father, soldier on, and I'm gonna talk about the college years, 1969, his junior year, and I'm gonna get into that. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment. Hopefully you enjoyed this trip down memory lane. A trip down memory lane talking about Herbert Mccutcheon Jr. Talking about his sophomore year, 1968, South Carolina State alum. Hopefully you enjoyed everything I talked about, the college years, 1968. Until then, talk to you soon.